Hey, team.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Evening winners.
I don't know what I've done, but I've made this full screen. Get it out of there. How to do that?
Oh, thanks for reminding me, Nathan.
Oh, yeah. We need, double air horns tonight.
Double.
Cool.
So many air horns.
Got to be careful not to press it twice because then it just stops the first one. All right. We good?
Yeah. The lids are ajar, people. The lids are ajar. Welcome to Here We Crow, episode 127.
Woo.
Sorry about last week, everyone. It just couldn't happen.
Yes. We had a few issues.
It was like Marvel Stadium. The roof wouldn't close. and we had to pass. But we are back. And yes, it is a small team tonight. Thanks for noticing, Vardy. Hi, Sam.
Hello, Lauren.
And hi, Dan.
Hello.
Ben late out with Henry's birthday.
He is
And
laid out.
Kate late out with illness. Hope
Yes.
she's feeling better soon.
Ben won't appreciate you saying he's laid out. He gave us
Yeah,
adequate
he did
notice.
give us a lot of
Yeah,
notice.
he rang me to confirm that he'd already told the chat that he wasn't coming in on Monday.
Just thought I'd better
thanks,
call
Ben.
it out.
He is very organised. Should
Yeah.
I say managed instead?
Managed, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Not omitted.
by himself.
Welcome back, and wow, what a couple of weeks it's been for the Crows. Huge. Oh my God,
Massive.
Yesterday's game was amazing. Don't think anyone expected that to happen. It was just a full-on onslaught of goals and kept Gold Coast goalless until half-time, which first time that has ever happened to the Gold Coast side.
That is unbelievable. I thought they barely kicked a goal in their first year.
Yeah, well, they didn't.
Surprising.
It was
Crazy.
so bad.
But before we get into that, obviously we're going to talk about how we are feeling after the last couple of weeks. And obviously we won against the Dogs as well, which was another game that was a must win. We're going to do a Showdown preview. Obviously it's a big week, Showdown, posing a Crows question with Bozza, and we've got plenty more to come.
Oh, no, pad.
Pad?
Can't
Oh,
find Ben's
God,
thing.
I better pad. We're also, what else are we going to do? What's in this spring in the bargain bin is, man, the specials are crazy tonight. Actually, the bargain bin is chock-a-block.
Is it? Yeah, it actually is. I've got lots of bads tonight. 2
All right,
weeks
have
off.
I padded enough?
You've padded
Can you
enough.
be the stats man?
Stats man.
Do you know where the buttons?
I'm the stat man.
Found it this week.
Ben's not here, so I found it. I heard that chat. All right. So, episode 127. Game. Who's our debut player for the 120? Oh, my God. Started earlier. 127th debut player.
Who was that?
Daniel Shell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
11 games, 2002 to 2003.
He was, wasn't he a Central Districts player?
Was he?
I don't know. You should
Maybe.
say it on
I'll
the
have
sheet.
a look
Yeah,
through.
I think he was actually, yeah.
He started with Freo, 16 games, 9 goals in 11 games for us. Lauren would know him for his post-Crows work, went back to Centrals and
There you
won
go.
5 premierships.
Whoa.
There you go. Post-football, 5 years with the NAB in their agribusiness section.
Just at the bank.
Now the joint principal of Ray White Rural SA,
Oh.
business partner with his dad, Jeff.
Now, you struggled like everyone to say rural there.
Rural.
Rural. You know you can say regional.
Okay.
Just
Rural.
for everyone who struggles with rural, you can say regional instead.
Okay. Rural.
Vardy also wants to add that Shell was part of the Vardy trade.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, right.
There you go.
Rando 127 stat. Darcy Fogarty, fresh off 126 frees against last episode, got another one to have 127 this week.
Oh, wow. How's the timing? Thanks,
Wowee.
Fog. Fog watch.
Also, he's only got 87 frees, for which, as a forward, seems a bit rough ratio. Might be a mixture of how he plays and the fact the umpires really don't like him. There you go.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's all
wow.
that's there. Very speedy.
Oh, sweet. Let's get into
You're
it
heaps
then.
quicker than Ben.
Yeah, I know. I don't mess about. Ben likes a bit of me time, I think. All right. It's game time. Do we? Oh, we do have a button for this, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I just forgot it last week. Sorry, guys.
Hey, come on.
Adelaide Crows. Sorry.
It's really easy to find because this button's called Nintendo in capitals.
Oh, right.
Yeah, game
Sorry,
preview.
I actually just forgot that it existed the other week. Sorry.
Yeah.
Adelaide Crows versus Gold Coast Suns. Crows 16 goals, 11-107 to Gold Coast Suns. Nearly said GWS. 6 goals, 10-46. Crows won by 61 points. Wowie, what a start.
Yes.
I don't know if we're really good or Gold Coast were just really awful.
Well, if you listen to Damien Hardwick, he said they were kicked in the nuts.
Well, we did kick them in the nuts big time. I think, honestly, we were just switched on and ready to play.
Yeah.
And maybe we just took them by surprise. I don't know. They just seemed to be all over the place.
Yeah.
I did notice that a lot of, apart from when we kicked the 11 goals, a lot of that half, it was actually in their forward 50 for quite some time. They just could not convert.
No.
They couldn't get any inside 50 entries to any of their forwards, and when they did, they just couldn't kick.
They were just under so much pressure, and every time
Yeah.
it went in, we were just in the prime position to intercept it. Obviously, our defence playing super well, but they just could not get anything going. And then you could see that they were trying to correct it. They started going wide and they started kicking it around the 50 to try and get a better angle to come in, and it just still didn't work. It was, so super well done.
So, yeah, it was a great game by the Crows, obviously. I don't really know what else to say. Dan, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I was just going to say, it was a little bit like, when we were at the Melbourne game the other week and we seemed to be picking out Stephen May every single kick. It looked a little bit like that in the first half.
Exactly like that, yeah.
They were picking out Worrell and Keane and, we were just rebounding everything out, which was awesome to see. But everything was working for us in that first half. Like just all the little silly half chance kicks and stuff were just, we're pulling them off. Goals where Tex burnt a player in the 50 and went for a check side instead and it worked, and just stuff like that. Just, it was all happening. It was really good to watch.
We were super well set up. We obviously came in with a bit of a game plan to play Gold Coast on a Sunday afternoon, nice weather, maybe a little bit cold, but we just got to play to our absolute strengths. And for some reason, they let us play to our absolute strengths as well, which was probably the craziest thing, I think, was that there was just there was a bit of pressure. They were trying to play tough. You could see that they had that bit of Damien Hardwick mongrel about them. They were trying to get into us a little bit, but there was no proper football pressure. It never seemed like we were massively under duress to try and get the ball out. And then when we were super strong and able to get it out anyway. So it was super well done.
It was a really mature game from us, I thought, especially because, like you said, Gold Coast were really fiery and they were bringing that fire to us. And, we gave it back a little bit, but we just kept our heads and didn't let it kind of affect how we were playing. I did notice we were getting pretty slammed in the centre clearances there.
Yes.
And we did get slammed in those. It was 11-6 Gold Coast way. So, their engine room obviously really working out for them, but, everything around it was just crumbling.
They have a super classy midfield.
They do.
And we just played all from defence. Everything we did just came driven from defence, which I think we're leading the comp now for defensive scores.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I think we're I saw some numbers before. We're top 3 in I don't know, some numbers that make sense. Someone tell me in the chat because I read it and I forgot all about it.
Cool story.
Other things. It was really great to have Nick Murray back.
Yes,
Thought he
was.
really held together well. I know Butts has been playing fantastic footy, but Muzz just slid straight back into that defensive unit and he did some really great things. So that was awesome to see.
He's just more dynamic, isn't he? And Butts has been awesome as a lockdown defender, but
you see Murray get forward.
Muzz,
that shot, kicking.
Muzz just has a few more strings to his bow.
Yeah, he does for sure.
And one of the other interesting facts about yesterday was apparently Riley Thilthorpe nearly didn't play. He was so sick the night before that wasn't until the warm-up that they actually made the call whether or not he was going to play.
Yeah.
And looking at him after the game, he looked absolutely ruined. He looked wrecked.
Yeah, he did.
So it doesn't surprise me that he, wasn't kicking a bag this week, but he still, he was
performed.
He definitely performed, and
Yeah.
he got that first mark right off the bat in the first quarter on Mac Andrew, which everyone loved. So that was great.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure he's going to appear in the votes, but Alex Neil-Bullen, wow, or
Neil.
otherwise known as Neil.
And it's spelled Neil.
We don't subscribe to the Nibbler nickname here. We've given him the nickname Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Nibbler's just crap nickname. Sorry. I don't
He's better than a
It
nibbler.
is a crap
It's
nickname.
not a good nickname. And he's better than that.
Yeah.
And Alex Neil-Bullen is too many syllables.
Yeah.
So Neil.
Neil. And it has to be written like,
N-E-I-L.
like he's a middle-aged
So
man.
get behind it, everyone.
We're doing a Bozza nickname for
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
Two
it's not-
fathers.
there's no sexual innuendo in this one.
yeah, or not, and he's not multiple fathers
Yeah.
because that's also too many syllables.
Yeah.
We were just on the topic of Filth looking a bit sick. We were a little bit banged up towards the end too, so I'm hoping
Yes.
the injury report tomorrow is reasonably
Yeah,
clean.
Mitch Hinge.
Yeah, Mitch Hinge coming off with a hip pointer.
Yeah.
So
And
he'd be pretty sore, I reckon.
Yeah, he looked really sore, and they obviously subbed him pretty quickly. So they were worried about it.
We've got, sorry, Sam.
I was just going to say, Pedler injured himself in the last minute of the game as well, which was
Oh, I
fantastic.
didn't notice that.
Someone landed on him,
Yeah.
he sort of landed on his leg. He didn't look great.
All right, well, that leaves the way for Cook to come back in because he's in the
Yeah,
concussion
true.
protocol. So, that's a straight swap.
And we seem to have good coverage in the twos for Hinge as well. Like you got Nate Curvis and Hugh Bond that
Yes.
could possibly come in.
And Bond might be good if we were talking about it. If Rioli comes back in this week for the showdown, then Bond's a good shutdown defender for Rioli. So
Oh, yeah.
Just on the
I
topic
wouldn't
of
be worried
depth,
about Rioli. Did you see him on the weekend? He can only run.
Yeah. Just on the topic of depth, really quickly, I did notice the Suns perhaps were a bit hampered by their depth in the game. So they're missing Sam Collins is obviously a big out. He's probably their best defender. And then Touk Miller. And I looked at a couple of the guys that have come in the last couple of weeks have only sort of played under 3 games. There was 2 guys under 3 games out there. So perhaps just a little bit more inexperienced than they usually would be. And I wonder how that will impact them going into finals if they can even make it, because a lot of the predictors have got them just missing now with their draw.
Their midfield's a bit boring, but it's obviously
It's a good
super
mid,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're bulls like Anderson and Rao.
Yeah, absolutely. But around the ground though, like Mac Andrews obviously got a ton of talent and is going to be a good player long term. But they look pretty thin everywhere else, and their forward line just isn't working. Their tools aren't working like ours are. So
They have times where they're better than that. Ben King and the other Ben. What's his name?
Ainsworth.
No, Ben Long.
Oh, Long. Yeah.
They're all Ben. But that should be Ben's favourite team. Second team. But
second team's Port.
yeah. No, surely not.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. No, I'm clearly not. It's been the long term. Have you not heard that before?
No.
We've teased him about that.
Oh, well, I've blocked it out clearly.
Used to eat the lady palmers in Hobart as well, which are the small ones, which is a bit sexist, really, isn't it? Now that I think about it.
Wow.
They did
No
exist.
comment.
That was a real thing.
There's no comment from me. But I don't know
anyway.
what's happening right now.
But yeah, the Suns perhaps a little bit inexperienced against us, but we just dominated and we put them away. So
I want to go through some comments
Yes.
here because I'm not sure
Yeah,
how
there's a
many
ton
you're
of
putting
them
up
in
there.
Go ahead.
Chris Mills said our kicking was elite, and that is one thing I've noticed that's really improved. We seem to just be hitting targets all over the place, and I noticed that in the Bulldogs game as well. It was just like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
We're just, I don't know, it's just working for us at the moment, which is really good.
How was Neil's little banana into the 50 as well?
Yeah,
Just absolutely
so
nailed
good,
Saligo.
and just so purposeful, and
Yeah.
it was just really like he meant to do that, and it was fantastic.
And is Dan Curtin with Dawson just off his game just a touch at the moment? Is Dan Curtin our best kick?
One of, absolutely, yeah.
He barely misses.
Sam Cooper said, poor Butts gets injured and then the guy replacing him does so well and keeps him out going forward. Story of his career. I tell you what, Sam, that it must be so frustrating for poor Jordan because that does seem to be the way it goes.
Yeah.
And he's going to be out for at least a month, like minimum. So that's really
that the
unfortunate.
word?
But I would think so, yeah. Collapsed lung, I think it's, obviously had a long hospital stay because there's a bit of work to do, but I think it is quite a quick recovery. It's not super long, but obviously he's going to have to work up his fitness and his breathing and all that kind of stuff. So, Nathan Hadey Shade. Our style appears to be concede the middle and rebound from halfback. Any centre clearances we get on top of that is just a bonus. Yep, absolutely. We were constantly talking up our depth at the start of the year, and it seems to be holding up so far. Good run regarding injuries notwithstanding. Too true. Brad M's giving a shout out to Jake Saligo, who did have a fantastic game, I thought, and also was very good against the Dogs as well.
Yep.
There's more coming, but
Young Bean, I thought a lot of their players looked skinny compared to us, and it's true. I think that's just a couple of years behind us type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will grow like Thilthorpe.
But yeah,
maybe not that big.
It was a very good game, and yeah, all the players, who we usually call out had really great games. So I don't know what else to say really.
Yeah.
I'm just stoked.
See, it's harder to talk about wins. We've always said that.
Well, it's hard when we've played well for 2 weeks, and I guess we can touch on the Dogs game a little bit. Obviously, they came back we were leading for most of that game, except for the first quarter, and they did come back a bit, but we managed to kind of stomp out their comeback, and we still won by 11 points. But
yeah,
I think these 2 games really do show what we are going to be able to do. Going forward.
These are 2 games that, at certain points this year I probably would have gone, they're 50-50. Definitely the Bulldogs game, I actually had down as a loss, so I was really surprised.
I was
that
more 50-50.
We did it. I thought 50-50 for the Suns. I thought more a win at home.
Yeah.
But to smash them emphatically, and pretty much apart from the last few goals of the game, we had the Bulldogs done. It was just Norton was our only real issue, and Bontempelli, who we just let run free. But there's that old theory, and I think Dan Gorridge was talking about it today, about the good teams they don't have to tag the best player because their system works around that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it was a lovely weekend, and I'm feeling good. I don't know, where's your lid, Sam?
It's firmly detached, but just
firmly
sitting
detached.
That doesn't make sense.
It's detached, but just floating above the jar.
So it's not firmly detached. It's loosely
detached. I just there's still something, and I don't know whether it's just my Crows negative. I've been a Crows fan for a long time.
It is.
I'm negative. That's
it's exactly what it is.
It's how we all are.
It's trauma.
It's
trauma. It's not how I am. But
it's how a lot of us are.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether it's that or it's just I still just see some fragility there. It sounds stupid because I sort of would have probably put the Bulldogs and the Gold Coast Suns in a similar-ish bracket, I guess, to the top teams that we haven't quite managed to beat yet. But still, after we beat them, I still feel that we still haven't beaten Geelong and we haven't beaten Collingwood. So
do you think there is another level we can get to though?
Oh, I think we're genuine premiership contenders. Yeah.
Well, the odds are on us. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that after. Yeah.
So, there's and I think I've been saying this for a couple of months. I just don't. When you've heard that rhetoric about not wanting to, a lot of fans are I'm happy with finals. We don't need to get too carried away. It's more for the future. It's why not this year? This year I can see us beating all the teams.
I said that to Lauren on the way here.
We should have beaten Geelong at home.
Yes.
And that was a poor loss, which we have excuses for.
I wouldn't even say it was a poor loss. I would say it was just an unfortunate loss.
Oh yeah,
I would say the Freo one was a poor loss.
Oh yeah,
that's our worst game of the season.
Gross game. That one.
That was our worst game by far.
Yeah.
Collingwood, again, we probably could have won that, and that was only a 10-point loss. So again, that was just an unfortunate loss for me. Dan, where are you at? Where's your lid?
Yeah, it's still on, but only it's ajar. And yeah, pretty much my summary is 2 things. One's what Sam said, we need to beat a Geelong or a Collingwood because they seem to be hoodoo teams for us, but we've shown we can beat them, or we can get in winnable positions against both of them. It's just taking it to that next level and not choking against teams mentally, and they're those two.
Sure.
They're the 2 teams, I think. I would have put Brisbane there, but we beat them at home, so that's good.
Yeah. I still think that that game was great. Obviously, I still think the weather played a role in how that game. Like I still can't get over that. Like I still put Brisbane in a team that could definitely beat us.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All those teams could beat us.
Yeah.
But
I guess that game though, like really does show that not every team is perfect.
No.
And they did have the chance to win it, and
Yeah.
they couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, and I get both teams had to play in it. Like, I understand
So
that.
that, you know, why can't that happen to Collingwood like
Yeah.
it just did on the weekend against
well, that's
Fremantle? You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
not to say that we can't do it.
Well, the simple fact is we're an actual decent chance of finishing top 2 now. And if we do that, we get the home finals.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're almost odds on to make a grand final. And then who knows what happens there. We play Brisbane in a grand final.
Yep.
Why can't we win it?
Exactly.
I mean, my second reason for still having the lid on is our midfield. I think there's a lot more variety in our midfield now, which is awesome. Like you look at guys like Peatling had a really good game yesterday in terms of numbers, but there's not a consistent person just dominating in the midfield or people dominating. You know, it's rare we have someone get 30. We're effective around the midfield, but we often get beaten by other midfields. And I'm just worried that when one of the midfields that we get beaten by can actually, you know,
Make us
Break
pay.
our defensive unit.
make us pay a bit more. And, you know, like, use Port as an example. The last time they played us, they had no right to be as close as they were, but they dominated us in the midfield and they could turn that around, and they're a shit team. So if a good team does it to us, that's what my concern is. But we've been able to weather it so far, so there's no reason why we can't in the finals.
And as Sam said, like our scores are coming from our defensive back half, so we're not scoring from our centre clearances or anything like that.
No, I just worry about the midfield battle leaving us vulnerable if a team can make it happen outside of it.
It's our clear weakness. We've got some really good players in there, but we don't have that just elite.
We don't have a bull in there,
mix.
really.
Yeah.
We've got good users, good guys who can get in and but no line breaking players, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, you want to know where my lid is?
Yes, please.
It's pretty off. Like the lid's off.
Let's be honest,
Someone
yours
has
has been
to.
off for weeks.
It's been off for a while. I will say the lid is placed next to the jar. Like it's not like launched into the torrens like everyone likes to say, but it's like it's down there still. It's still
It's next to the jar.
It still can be put on.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm like, I mean, like you say, why can't we?
Yeah.
Like I mean, at the moment, I did 2 ladder predictors on the bus on the way home from work today. If we beat Collingwood and Hawks, the likely scenario, and that is me predicting the likely scenarios of every game, is that we are the minor premiers.
Right.
If we don't beat Collingwood and Hawthorn, both teams, we slip to 4th.
Yeah.
That's still pretty good. Like, I'm happy with that. I don't really care I say I don't care, but like, I am not going to be horrified if we don't win the flag.
Yeah.
Because to me, this has been our best year in the last 6-7 years.
And we're going to be good for a while.
I'm very pleased with this. Like, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
And like I said in the Discord earlier, like we were talking about the trauma, and I've said it on this pod a million times. We have suffered so hard. We have to enjoy this. We have to enjoy what is happening right now. So that's why my lid is off, because I really just want to enjoy this time. And the boys have belief. They have belief. So we should have belief.
And that's exactly the thing. It's a bit, you know, for some points in your football supporting life, you've got to be able to enjoy football. And right now I'm at the point where glass is half full.
Yep.
I'm enjoying football. We're a genuine chance. And like you said, I don't expect us to win it this year, but it could be us. We're in a position where it could be us.
Again,
so that's a great position to be in.
I still see there's a lot of internet commentary about how the Crows haven't beaten anyone decent and all this. And to that, I say we are 3rd. Like, it actually doesn't matter what you think about that kind of thing.
Brisbane are decent.
We're 3rd. Like, we have gotten there. There's other teams that haven't. Like, I don't know. Just let's live that. Let's live it, people. All right. Before we get to the votes, we'll just take some more comments. Kate said all this positivity is making me very nervous pre-showdown. I understand that, but yes, my lid was off in 2020, Vardy. No.
Could you imagine?
It was not. It was firmly clamped on then.
If the shoe was on the other foot, could you imagine how excited we would be if we could knock Port's top 2 chances? So, yeah, I'm worried about this week.
look, I'm not really worried because I know how bad they are.
Oh, I'm not.
You know what I mean? Like, I think they're absolutely
agree.
beatable. But yes, it is going to be a tough game. Like, I don't think it's going to be an easy
They're going to be
win.
keen. Ken Hinkley's last showdown.
Yes, that's it. They will be playing for Ken. They love playing for Ken, don't they? Sensible says the lads are enjoying each other and it's great to see. That's exactly it, Nuz. Like, you know, they are loving it. They've got the belief. We just I feel like we keep getting better week in, week out with that cohesiveness and that's, you know, playing in sync. And even with those issues of like, you know, players getting injured, but we've got that depth coming in and, you know, they are experienced AFL players and, you know, things are going well.
That's a good point, actually. When you look at Suns versus us, Suns had a couple of 2 or 3 games come in. We had, you know, Chase Jones, Luke Pedler, guys who've played.
Jones was all
more
right
games.
too. Someone said that in the chat earlier. I thought he was all right when he came on.
Yeah.
I think Jones has been great the last
He's a
couple of
good
weeks
sub.
as a sub. Yeah. Hendo said that Rankin having to play forward with Rochelle out has affected our midfield structure a bit. And yes, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Whether or not we'll see Rochelle back for the finals is kind of still up in the air.
Yeah.
So I honestly really hope it happens purely for Josh. Like, you know, he's kind of earned his spot to be there. So fingers crossed for him. I hope he has that speedy recovery like he did with the ribs. There are some decent sides outside the 8, Quirky said. It's a fairly strong year and I think that's
It's a fairly even year.
it really is.
Yeah. Well, except for some really shit teams.
I can't remember it being this even in the top 8 for a while, but I guess because we haven't been in it, I haven't really paid as much attention.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to go full Ben on this, some team stats, we were pretty like matching up in terms of like our disposal efficiency. In fact, Gold Coast were better than us at that, but our efficiency inside 50 was actually kind of crap at 54.3%, but theirs was only 36.5%. So
Gold Coast stats weren't that bad. If you'd just seen the stats in that first half, you would never have thought it was the ridiculous margin that it
they
was.
only had like 23 disposals less than us, and they didn't. That again, like 25 kicks less than us. So, maybe a bit more than that. I can't add up. And they had more handballs, but you know, hit out wise, thought Rob did all right against Wits, but I think that was his biggest challenge he's had for a few weeks.
Yeah.
48-42. Clearances 37-38 Gold Coast way, but it's the stoppage clearances that we won there, so 31-27. Contested possessions, we killed them in that 125-114, and uncontested 224-213. With only 62 turnovers, they're 66. And we took 112 marks, and they're 83. So we kind of smashed them there. But in terms of marks inside 50 and contested marks, we're pretty on par there. So, yeah, like it was pretty even, especially in that third quarter when Gold Coast really picked it up, and we just seemed to be struggling to get it into our forward 50.
It looked like we tried some things, and I think Nick's basically sort of said that in the press conference as well, that they did try a couple of things in that third quarter. They knew they had the game won. They were going to be able to wrestle any sort of momentum back or felt like they could. So, yeah, I don't mind that. I think the third quarter is what it is. The last quarter we showed, you know, we got back on top again. And at the end of the day, if it had happened in reverse and the first quarter was an arm wrestle and then we won by 10 goals, everyone would think it was the best win ever. So, yeah, I'm not too concerned about the second half.
Yeah. Me either. All right, let's do some votes for this game and then we'll just quickly say our votes for the Dogs game. Dan, who have you got for this week?
A very good question. I'll just get back to that screen. I had Kate and Nuz's votes up.
Thank you.
But I will, 3 votes. I had Neil.
Well done, Neil. Good game, Neil.
3 goals won, 31 possessions, 7 marks, and 2 goal assists. His best game as a Crow.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think we can all agree.
He certainly hasn't been quiet, but that was like, holy shit, where you been, mate?
Yeah, that was amazing. That showed exactly what he can do. He used to do that sometimes at the D's, and I was always like, bloody hell.
Yeah, there's a couple of games last year that he got some real kudos for, I reckon.
Yeah.
Just like tearing them apart.
A few goals and all that. Yeah. I gave 2 to the Woos, 25 disposals and 11 marks. I thought he was a standout in defence. He always is, but particularly on Sunday. And I gave 1 to Jake Saligo with his 24 disposals and 1 goal.
Very good. Do you want to yell out Kate's and Nuz's while you're there?
Yes. Kate also had Neil for 3. Peatling for 2, Sam's favourite, and 1.
My favourite.
Yeah. After you called me an idiot the other week.
He's still smarting
well,
about it.
You haven't been able to talk about that.
Haven't. No.
Yeah, welcome back, Sam.
Sorry,
You
Dad.
idiot. I hope you don't have Peatling in your votes.
I don't actually know.
No, you don't know who he is, that's all. And 1 for Josh Worrell from Kate. And then Mark. Oh,
Neil.
Sorry, Nuz. I just revealed your true identity on it. Nuz voted for Neil for 3, 2 for Woos, and 1 for Saligo, same as me.
Excellent.
We're clearly right.
I had the first same 2, but I actually put Curtin in for 1
Yeah.
instead of Saligo.
Such a
Saligo
front-
was good, but
Such a front runner, Sam. You just heard all the media noise. You're like, yeah, come on.
oh yeah, I got to squeeze him in. Yeah, that's right.
What's Ben got there?
Ben has Neil, Worrell, and Saligo.
All right, I've got 3 for Neil also. I actually gave 2 to Solly. Just thought he had a really good game. It was really solid. His disposal efficiency was good and he got that goal, which was great. I didn't put Worrell in the votes.
Rude.
And I know it's rude,
Idiot.
but well, to be fair, he didn't have to do much. He was getting it kicked straight to him. So does he really deserve it? I don't know.
He was. I just like the way that he goes and backs back into packs is just so. Like,
He's very courageous
Yeah.
and he's getting lots
he's
of
gonna
props.
he's gonna get hurt. Like
Yeah.
and it's scary. I just hope he doesn't get hurt before a really important game. But,
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I actually gave the 1 vote to Rankin because even though he was pretty quiet, he still was setting things up, and that. Oh, I hope that run on with the, that running too far thing is in your bad, Sam. Because
Yeah.
oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Like, let this guy have a moment,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah,
It's like every single
are you-
time he's about to do something incredible, the umpires blow the whistle.
You are going to talk
Just
about that,
let
right?
it happen.
Oh, it was in my bads.
Well, we
can
won't. We won't
now
talk
if you
about.
want.
No, we won't talk about it now. Let's
Nah,
wait.
Yeah.
Oh well, I've just had my rant anyway. Quite achiever, please.
Oh yeah, shit. I'm just new to podcast.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tyson Edwards.
You're such a quiet achiever.
We got Sam from Work Experience here. I had.
Oh, excuse me. Who's hosting this?
I was going
gonna
in the
say
same
mine
order.
first.
Oh, right, go on.
My Tyson Edwards quite achievement this week was Isaac Cumming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was just pretty tidy and he took some good marks and just his assists in the midfield were really good.
He'll probably struggle to make the votes for us from the week before, but if we went off the first quarter, he was easily our best on ground against
Great
the
first
Bulldogs.
quarter by Izzy Jizzy.
Yeah, another great game for the Dogs game. All right, Dan, go ahead.
I went with Wayne Miller, 21 disposals, 12 marks and 2 goal assists.
Yeah, very, very good. He was also close to becoming my quiet achiever.
I also have the votes from Kate, who had Dan Curtin,
Yes.
quite achiever, and
It's not
Definitely.
very quiet, Kate.
Yeah, it was a pretty loud
Literally
game.
I
every
think
for him.
Nuz
idiot.
got the memo a bit more with Zach Taylor for crispness of ball use.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love Zach Taylor. I actually love him.
He doesn't do much wrong. I just wish I just want him to do more.
Yeah, well,
Which is what he does is fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's going to be a 25 disposal sort of player, but yeah, I just want to see just a touch more. But he's good. He's
I
been
think
good.
his ball use is great, and he's just super composed for someone so
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
Who you got over there?
I went for Berry.
Yep.
Liked his game. I've been like critical, I guess, and he made some mistakes. He's a bit. I haven't got his stats here, but he can be a bit of a turnover merchant, I reckon. And like a long term, I'm not sure whether he's our main midfield guy, but I thought his game was good, really strong.
I thought he was.
I just thought of who else was fairly decent on the day. Rory Laird. I thought he did some good stuff.
Yeah,
Rory
he did a
Laird
couple
was
of
good,
courageous things too. Yeah.
I thought, and again, this could have been a fourth vote for me, but James Peatling also had a good game.
Yeah, he had a really good game. Who? Yeah. Who? Yeah, idiot. Yeah.
Who's Ben got?
Ben had Peatling, not a fourth vote. Sam gets in and under, hard at it, and now apparently not allowed to receive a free for a high tackle.
Oh, yeah, how's that? Despite the long neck. And he also, Ben specifically called out Sam on that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
to be fair, that one that he didn't get it paid, I'm happy that didn't get paid.
Really?
Yeah. Because he absolutely ducked down into it,
Nah.
lifted his arm up. Yes,
No,
he did.
nah,
you have
he
a look at the
didn't.
replay. 100% he did.
Well, when I looked at it, are you talking about the one on the far wing?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we watched the replay, and me and Ben talked about it while it was happening, but we watched
Yeah,
the
but
replay.
Ben's a sook. He always thinks that.
Yeah, but he was like he was already leading that way. Like he was already moving that way.
He was playing for the free.
No,
Yeah.
well, he can't see the guy in front of him when his head's down over the ball. He's looking at the ball.
I feel like I always feel like the jury's a bit out on that. I know some players do. Like there was that footage years ago of Ginnivan showing someone how to do it. And
Yeah.
It was like, he's ruined it for everyone now.
Yeah.
To me,
But
I thought the arm
sometimes-
went straight over the shoulder. Like his arm just moved straight into his neck. I
I'm a
don't
bit like,
think it was a
why
duck
would,
at all.
if a guy's like running with the ball, why would he stop to do that? Like, I don't know.
Anyway, doesn't matter because we won by shit tons.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have you got some quick dogs votes there?
Dogs votes, yes, I certainly do. Do you want mine first?
Yes, please.
All right, mine were 3 for Filthy with 6 goals, hard to beat. But Dan Curtin had another pearler with 26 and 1 goal, 1, so he got my 2 votes. And this is unprecedented, I think, since the last time I did it and said the same thing. Rob, 1 vote.
Oh yeah, give us quite a achievement.
42 hit outs, 17 disposals, including 10 kicks and 8 marks. And he pretty much dominated Tim English, I thought.
Yep.
My I said soldiers on here, wrong code. Dawson 27 and 2 goals, 1, more like a 4th vote.
I had 3 for Dawson actually because I thought he just stood up in that game and it was definitely a skipper's game. 2 for Filthy for the bag of 6 and 1 for Curtin, who also had a fantastic game. And my quiet achiever was Cook. Because while he was actually on the ground, I thought he was brilliant.
You know what? I edged him out because I was like, Dawson can't not get something here. But I did have him for 7 kicks.
That's not the spirit.
7 kicks and 1 black eye.
Yeah.
One egg.
Giant egg. What about you over there?
Ben had Thilthorpe, Dawson and Curtin, and then Rob is his quiet achiever.
Mm-hmm.
I had Filthy, Curtin, Dawson and Saligo as my quiet achiever.
Give me Kate and Nuz.
Yeah, I got Kate and Nuz, who both had the same votes. I think Kate did the classic Sam of, I'll just go with what you had. But no,
That's fair.
We won't criticise. Yeah, they both had Filthy for 3, Dawson for 2, Curtin for 1, and they both had quiet achiever, which is a fair one based on what Sam said earlier. Isaac Cumming.
Excellent. We're getting talked up on the couch here. Buck's talking us up, so we'll have to watch that later. All right. Well, what are we doing now?
I don't know. What are we doing now?
I should know.
Okay, you go.
No, you go.
You're the host. I was just going to say there was a little note on the Sanfl from Nuz here.
Oh, yes.
Which we don't need to play the stinger for because it's only a quick little bit. But
sure? Lauren
if
really
you want
enjoys
to,
it.
Lauren does like it.
I found that one.
Yeah, you did find that really quickly. I feel like it's a bit of a stitch up now.
That'll do.
It's that bit.
Thanks, you didn't play the creepy bit.
Yeah.
If someone wants to re-record that for us, probably me.
Anyone, please. Give us the rap.
The Sanfl wrap. So our Sanfl team is just ticking along really nicely. But Draper had his best game for the year. I think he got something like 32 disposals. Crouch came back in and just picked up where he left off with, I think it was about 29 disposals. Digging it out to him helped Draper get ahead of the stoppage. So really good. And Smith will be 100% recalled if Hinge can't get up, as he had a blinder. That's interesting. I didn't mention him earlier, but it's probably a good call.
Yep.
And then Oscar Ryan and Charlie Edwards still trending nicely. And then Curvis keeps getting goals. Possible sub in the future, Nuz thought.
Yep. Interesting. I think Oscar Ryan might have done a hammy actually in that
Yeah, I
game.
saw
Not sure
that.
if Nuz mentioned that.
If anyone in the chat knows that, confirm
So
or deny.
are we going to squish Crouch back in somehow?
Oh,
I don't think so. I don't
hope
think
we
he-
don't.
Well, who's he replaced really?
Injury
Do they
repla-
try and force him back in for someone like Taylor and go for the shuffle?
Injury replacement I like, but maybe not.
I think what Nuz's point about the development for Draper, they might just keep him in there just so he can be feeding it out to Draper, and Draper gets that experience of getting it from an actual really experienced midfielder. But it will be interesting to see. And Hendo's just said the same. Draper really benefited from having Crouch to feed the ball out to him. So yes, all right. Well, let's get on with it. Your segment.
Mine.
What's in spring.
If you want to know what's in the spring, get into Rowan Jarman.
Just a couple of quick footy ones this week
Yep.
for the goods. Rioli chase down tackle.
Oh, what the hell? That was like gout.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was fucking amazing.
I like this. The Superman jump at him as well.
Yeah.
It was at the end.
Just grabbing their
how
jumper.
does someone's legs move that quickly?
Yeah.
Like, I just said earlier that the lizard and his run the other day, but it was more for a goal, not for a chase down tackle. But a couple of these guys are just so speedy.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
Awesome to watch.
Hinckley's reaction to Ginnivan. I
Yeah.
think obviously we don't like giving too much positive vibes to Ken Hinckley. He's a bit of a creep, but I liked how that he reacted to that. I think it was good. Good
Well,
spirit.
he's
Good
got-
for the game.
It's good sportsmanship, and you got to cop it on the chin when it's not your time, as he said.
And he doubled down on it in his press conference, didn't he? He was sort of like, well, I'll cop it.
Yeah.
It's kind of good for the game. So
Exactly.
yeah, good on him.
And he's, like I said earlier, he seems to be becoming more likable now that he's on the way out.
Yeah, it's like he's sort of become zen, hasn't he? Now that
Yeah.
he's like, he knows he's out the door.
Well, he had the fake lolly teeth in the other week, which I thought was
jeez.
fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
that was he's so creepy, isn't he? And just another little quick one. Another good was the Essendon reject Voss kicking 6 for Freo on the MCG, and just quietly Freo looking all right actually. My premiership.
Your flag mantle might come
yeah.
true.
They
That is
had him in the
fucked.
grand final as well.
From outside the 4.
Yeah, maybe.
Honestly, out of the 8, they're the team that actually scares me.
Because their midfield is great. Caleb
yeah.
Sarong had an absolute.
Oh, and they're just going to get better as well. Hayden Young's back. So
Yeah, that's right.
He's arguably one of their best players.
Yeah.
So
And then their forward line when it works is as good as anyone's as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
They're just top
they're
tier
a scary
talent.
team when
Yeah.
if they get it all together.
just to add to the
sorry.
goods as well, I just want to shout out to Josh Rochelli's growing beard as
yes.
he's got the rehab beard going. It's starting to look good. I think it gets more length. If he can come back looking like filthy, that'd be amazing.
And on that, shout out to Mama Rochelli.
Mama
Mama Rochelli has she's over in Adelaide cooking him up meals and like cooking the boys dinner.
All of them?
Really nourishing them. Yeah,
Nice.
all of them, all
What
the
a
house.
champion.
They've got to come back and their skin folds will be absolutely ruined.
No,
I'm
she'll look
sure
after
she's
that.
got the dietary requirements there, but
Yeah.
I just thought that was how nice is that mum's looking after you. So
that's
maybe
nice.
that's the key to a comeback.
Yeah.
Is getting mum to come and look after you.
Love
I
it.
like it.
They've got it all in cricket, aerobics wear, sports shoes and sportswear for future heroes and present day heroes.
Whoa, got
tr-
recommended retail.
I like this. I like that button, so I've forced one in here. Just for a bit of discussion, the double goal. How did
Yeah.
we feel about it? So obviously we all liked it because it was, we got an extra goal. But so that's the positive side. But then the negative side is it just shouldn't be a free kick in front of the goals
No.
for us trying to rev up an opposition player after he's clearly frustrated. He lashes out. All of a sudden we just get another kick and goal after a dead ball situation. It just seems stupid.
I mean, you can't be, shoving your hand into players' mouths. So
It did seem
shouldn't be
pretty
doing
soft
that.
today.
Yeah.
Well,
it was soft
Pedler,
as well, yeah.
Pedler did put the mayo on it.
He did, yeah.
But you're going to go for that when the option's there.
Yeah.
However, we did discuss earlier, should it really be a kick in front of goal?
No.
Maybe, and Ben and I talked about this at the game. It really should be a free kick from the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the likelihood of you getting a goal from the middle with a free kick is pretty high still. So, yeah.
That's it. It should be fair for both teams. So if we give away a free kick in that situation, then it obviously goes from the middle.
I guess the argument would just be from they feel like the teams know the rules, so they're
Well, yeah.
they're sort of playing with fire if they want to. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Quirky said Pedler put a heap of mayonnaise on it. If it was a legitimate hit, it should be a free. I think it was a legitimate hit. It actually did hit him twice.
true.
But it was the arms in the air and I don't know. It's one of those things where you can see Pedler's trying to get the attention of the umpire because it's happening. But at the same time, you're a bit like, oh, couldn't you just cop it? I don't know.
but we don't get a double goal very often, so it's
we
nice.
don't.
That's right. We'll take it. And like I said, we were owed that from the last Gold Coast game because
that's
Isaac Rankin should have been paid that mark.
Yep.
Vardy just pointed out that there were 8 50-minute penalties as well during the game.
Yeah, that was a bit over the top.
Yeah.
It was slightly over officiated for my liking.
Yeah.
Not even
And
slightly.
a couple of them were dubious, including Gold Coast Suns' first goal was from that weird free 50-meter penalty. It was a free kick for Nick Murray playing not standing, but even though the player had played on.
Yeah, that
And
was bullshit.
It was just like, what is happening there?
Yeah.
There was a couple of others. I think it was Berry got called for not standing, but the umpire hadn't even blown the whistle
Yeah.
yet to stand. In fact, I'm pretty sure he was just halfway through it.
Yeah.
He'd just gone to do it. you haven't blown the whistle, man. Like,
It's such a grey area, that one. It doesn't. I don't think any of the players actually know what the rules are there and what they're allowed to do as far as moving their arms or being able to step towards the player trying to step off his mark. It's just another one of those shitty things in the AFL that is such a grey area.
It just seems like they could give players a little bit of leeway sometimes when it's clearly that there's confusion. Like it's not like a malice thing. Like they're doing it because they didn't hear the whistle or the whistle hasn't been blown or whatever it may be. They just seem to not use their common sense sometimes.
The soft moving off the mark 50s are just so dumb.
Yeah.
Like it's such
Just
a
call
shit
him back.
thing for our foot. Like in our game when there's players like absolutely like flying into each other, like ripping people's necks off, and then you can give away a 50-metre penalty, which is essentially a shot on goal these days, for literally taking a step when you're on the mark. It's so dumb.
also, are the players even hearing the stand call half the time?
hardly,
Like the crowd's pretty loud.
You
There was-
guarantee they'd stand if they heard it. Like they're not doing it on purpose.
Yeah, and there was another weird umpiring decision where, like, the call was there, but he took like 3 whole seconds to actually blow the whistle and make the call. So how the hell are the players supposed to know what the hell is going on?
Yeah, there was
if your delayed reaction to the play is like what? Like,
There were
it's
so
just
many late
so
calls
weird.
in that calls in that game. There were heaps where it was like, it would happen way after the fact, and you're like, what? Okay, finally.
It was just very bizarre.
Well, we've already stretched into it.
Footwear sacrificed at half price and equipment slashed to half price. Rowan Jarman's huge half price sale. Don't miss it.
Bad things. So more umpire stuff. Bouncing of the ball and how much time the umpires spend practicing it. Did you hear this a couple of weeks ago about how much time they spend? 15% of their practice time is spent learning how to bounce the ball. What a load of shit.
I mean, they're not really good at it.
No,
And so,
it's just such as a dumb part of the game anyway. Do a big ceremonial one at the start. Because the worry is that you've got umpires who can't bounce that are being thrown, like not being able to officiate AFL games. They could be great umpires, but they can't do it because they can't bounce. And that's just crazy. Yeah. And like I see this
Is it
week.
like when you say ceremonial bounce at the start? Do you mean start of every quarter or just once?
I just want at the start of the game even.
Yeah.
It's such a nothing part of the game in my mind.
I reckon once at the start of the quarter would make more
be
sense,
open
to be
to that,
honest. But I totally agree.
It's just, no one cares about
Too
the
many
bounce.
recalls as well. And then sometimes when it should be recalled, they don't.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think we copped one of those in the Bulldogs game.
Yeah.
It absolutely should have been recalled, and it was definitely an advantage to us. I think it was that one where Filthy crumbed on the, roved it and kicked that little one on the pocket there. So
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
yeah.
I do have a counter argument for the bounce is that Nintendo soundbite that we have would make no sense.
That's true.
If you took out the bounce altogether.
Yeah, that's true.
You still
We
need
could
that
still use it.
stupid sound at the end.
Because Greg Swan is started this week,
Yep.
and he wants to speed the game up, and I think that could be a very good way to start. He's just getting rid of that.
That's one of them for sure.
Yeah.
Also yesterday, one of the things that was slowing the game down was they weren't sure if the ball was kicked out on the full, if James Peatling kicked it out on the full or not, and so they spent 3 minutes trying to figure that out. Just make the call.
Yeah.
Just if you're not sure, just ball it up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy. The Warner 50-metre penalty against the Pies, that was crazy.
Missed it.
In such a close game. Warner, he gave away a free kick and then looked at the screen and went,
Oh,
and
yes,
went
no,
like
I did
this,
see that, yeah.
And the ump called it dissent. It's like we haven't seen a dissent call in weeks.
Well, yeah, he specifically said pointing at the screen, but
it
I
was like-
don't think he was pointing at all. I think he was just reacting to it.
And he didn't even swear. I think they worked out. He said oh my gosh or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And it was called 50. So
And I saw,
it's just-
as an example, Clayton Oliver scream at the umpire the other day and nothing.
Oh, we've done it. In the Crows, there was a prime example in a Crows game where it was 3 or 4 or 5, maybe even 5 of us, just...
Mark Keane's always arguing.
Yeah, exactly.
And he did point at the screen once.
Yeah.
That was a 50.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But no, that's no good.
No, it's just
Can't just be
crazy.
making shit up on the fly.
No. Rankin running too far. Another umpire thing. So, like you said, that you feel like he's had a few moments robbed from him.
Fact was, he actually bounced it numerous times.
Pretty sure he bounced 4 times.
Yeah.
Bounced it 4 times, and also I'm not sure what it looked like on the telly, but he was on our side of the ground, and he was running forward, but then he bounced it and then he ran sideways, so he wasn't actually gaining any distance. I don't know what that looked like. I don't know where the umpire actually was to see that, but everyone was just up in arms about that because it was so clearly.
I feel like the umpire must have missed a bounce.
Maybe.
Well, maybe because there was players surrounding him, but it's just like, just let it happen. Like he would have bounced it like in one more second. Like after that Collingwood call, there's no way that guy's not bouncing the ball, you know? Yeah. Crazy. It's just so infuriating.
Yeah. Stephen May, the hit that he's
a bad.
Yeah,
just generally.
Just generally, like
you didn't what did you think of that?
Oh, if he doesn't get suspended, it's mental.
Interesting.
It's absolutely 4 or 5 weeks.
What does he do though? Like, what does he do in that situation?
But he knows, like he knows, and he that last little movement that he does. I know there's all these sort of people out there that will try and defend him and say, well, if the ball bounced the other way, he would have got to the ball first. But the simple fact is, Stephen May has a track record. He made no attempt to not hit the player.
I'm actually with you on that, Sam. I think that argument, like everyone makes that argument all the time. Why is it different for Stephen May, who's clearly a wanker? Like he's a wanker in lots of formats, not just football.
Yeah, I have no doubt that. Look, did he want to try and wipe him out? No, like he didn't mean to try and kill him. But did he mean to bump him? Absolutely. There I had no doubt in my mind.
He put his arms down.
To bump.
Yeah.
But I think probably for me, it's just like the timing of when he makes that decision, because he was very close to the play already and he was very close to the ball. So it's that split second, like he's got to do one thing or the other. Does his brain actually have time to react that fast?
I definitely empathise with that. I think the action of putting his arms down was just a weird choice though. Like clearly he's put his arms down, which puts his arm up to like be able to bump in the head rather than put his hands up to try to get the ball.
And couldn't he have just moved the other way when
went
he knew
down into a like bumping, almost like a bumping.
I mean,
position.
realistically, whatever he does there, is he taking him high? That's the other thing, because his head was down.
But he only glances him. So you think if he just turned the other way, he would have missed him.
He glanced him and broke his nose and knocked out his teeth.
But I do think we're in a weird state though, where like, and again, empathising with the situation is like, what do you do? Because we had situations in the past, like I think back, like Tex did it one time where he like, was it Tex or Shelley? Anyway, probably both, but where they like pulled out of the at the last second, and then everyone just gives them shit about it. And it's like they're pulling out because they don't want to smash someone.
Yeah.
So it's the optics of it all. Like people will jump on it if you pull out of a contest, but if you smash someone, you get weeks. It's like, it's just so hard. It really is.
And, you know, the MRO haven't really made it easy to judge these things either.
No.
With their just up and down decisions, and, you know, then it's not very clear, is it?
Greg Swan's going to fix it.
Oh, yeah. Fingers
course he
crossed.
is.
Have they softly fired Laura Kane?
Oh, I was wondering that today. I looked at the corporate structure, and she's still in there.
Yeah, it feels like they've brought Greg Swan in, and they don't. Like I don't mean this in a mean way, but it's kind of like they've brought him in, and she's kind of disappeared. It's like
that's what I thought too.
I think honestly, like the role was just too big for her.
Yeah.
There was so much involved.
Yeah.
And the fact is, like, she doesn't really have AFL experience in that way. So I can understand. I think she's probably been, I think the word for it would be demoted without a demotion. Do you know what I mean? Just
so like a soft demotion.
her job,
soft shaft.
yeah, her job description changed. Her job description changed.
Yeah.
She's probably on the same money.
Yeah, probably.
You know,
And
she's
good on
As
her.
long as she's on the same
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, that's it.
She's probably on the same money, but yeah.
Because it is funny how that it's almost like he's just come in and there's all this like fanfare about him coming in, but
She was like the face of.
everything he's doing is just what she was sort of tasked with, or she had to face up to anyway.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's probably better for her, to be honest,
Yeah, yeah.
because
Yeah, it is.
there's only so long you can cop that amount of shit.
She had just a baptism of fire in every way. They
Yeah.
just
And,
threw
you
her
know,
to the wolves.
Could she even walk down the street without being fucking heckled? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's probably better for her in that respect. And maybe they threw her in the deep end, and it, you know, that's on them.
I see that more as a failing of the AFL system rather than her. Like,
Yeah.
I think they just put her in a position where,
She was never going to win. There.
like it didn't make any sense. It was like Andrew Dillon is the boss, but you're going to speak for everything, make every decision.
And that's what
it
kind of
seemed like.
what annoys me about it is, like, they kind of made her out to be the scapegoat
Yeah.
because it's not like she's just making the call on all those decisions. It's like anything. It's like a coaching panel.
Mm.
They're all together making the decisions. She was just the public face of the decisions.
Yeah.
So, and you know, it's easier to target someone like that. So yeah,
It did seem
they didn't
pretty
really do
poor.
her any favors.
Yeah. Lizzie said she heard her on the radio and said she's much happier because it was overwhelming and she wants to focus on her skill set.
Great.
Yeah, we
Good.
love you, Mummy Kane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for her. Good for you, Laura.
Yes. There was a couple more little ones. A couple of weeks ago we were discussing about lining up for things. You know how we can't work out why it's such a modern cool
Trend.
thing to line up for shit.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Is it because we're old?
I think so. And look, you know, if it's absolutely worth it and it's like a once-off sort of thing, I can understand it. But like, it's just sort of everything now that's...
Well, it's like what did I say in the chat? Like, we used to line up for concert tickets. Now we're lining up for croissants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why are we doing
that?
that?
I actually did that.
Yeah,
when I
and
was
you
in
did
Melbourne.
that. That's why I brought it up. But I went to the post office on Saturday morning to pick up a parcel.
Yeah.
Worst time to go to the post
Saturday's
office.
the worst time, yeah.
But it's the only time I can go.
Yeah.
And I waited in line for maybe 5 minutes and I was absolutely fuming.
Like grumpy like my dad, he
Yeah.
refuses to line up.
Well, I was like, why? Well, it's mainly because I went to a post office that only had 2 counters and there was a family of 5 in there getting their passport applications done.
Is this the Prospect one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Like,
terrible,
why are
man.
you going to a 2-counter post office to do your
And
passport
on a
applications on a Saturday morning?
Oh, yeah, don't
Get
get me
out.
started. Yeah, no, it was the worst. And just to a little bit of an extension to the lining up of things, Illuminate. Did anyone get to
Yeah.
Illuminate?
I did, yes.
Pretty rubbish. No?
Which part?
Well, I needed the free bit. So,
Yeah, so did I.
And we were there on the Friday night, so I kind of watched the thing at Adelaide Oval as well. Like you could
Oh,
see
yes.
it from outside the
Yep.
Oval. But it was so like, and yes, okay, I went on a Friday night the week, like literally the last couple of nights it was on. So
Yep.
my fault. I understand that. But it was just, there was a massive lineup just for the privilege to get into the food area to pay for food.
Well, I've got a segue out of that because the night that I went was Monday and the food part's shut. How Adelaide is that? Really? You're running a thing for a small amount of time and you shut it on Monday night so
No
people
way.
can't get the food.
No, that's
I wanted
gross.
mochi
Oh, that's
donuts, damn
worse.
it.
That's so typical.
That's what Lizzie wanted. She wanted
Yeah.
bloody donuts as well. And yeah, it was...
Do you know the donuts were like $16 for like
I
4
saw
or
the
something
food
like that?
Worth
and
it.
the meat stuff was crazy expensive in there. So I'm sort of glad that we ended up going and get
You
some really
saved money.
Yeah, we got some nice fast food elsewhere. But yeah, it was, I don't know, like there was so many people there and everyone was just squishing past and there was all families out, which is great. I had my daughter there as well.
Yes.
So it was like that side, it was nice, but just like it was very underwhelming.
I also went on
I
Friday
agree.
night, but I went to the Night Visions in the Botanic Garden.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to put it out there that I didn't pay for a ticket.
Yeah.
Our friends had spare tickets and they invited us along.
Mm-hmm.
So I hadn't been before. So I really actually enjoyed it. But what I didn't like about it is that literally everyone had their phone out and was like recording it.
Why record lights?
It's like...
They're boring as it is.
like it's fine if you want to record a little bit and take a few photos. I took some photos, but enjoy it with your eyeballs, people. That's the whole point of the experience.
Yeah.
You are supposed to experience it and immerse yourself within it,
Yeah.
not just have your phone out. Like, oh my God, is that what we are? Is that what we are as society now?
Yeah.
I have
Just
a couple of-
documenting.
I have a couple of
It's Dan at music gigs, that's all.
I have a couple of controversial opinions, and I don't have many, but one of them is that Illuminate's boring. Yeah, I'm just like lights, guys. It's just lights. Like it's fine. It's good.
It's our attempt at a little bit of dark mofo, but
it's okay for kids. I think great kids love that shit.
Yeah,
but
Maggie loved looking at the lights.
all right, lights. All right, it's kind of seen all the lights now. Thanks.
I've got a-
second. Wait, my second,
up, Dan.
My second controversial opinion is about potatoes and how they're boring. But anyway, go on.
All right, I've got it.
Which one? Like baked
Just
potatoes?
Just
Or
mainly
chips?
baked potatoes.
Oh, I hate baked potatoes.
How
I
boring are
cannot
they?
understand baked potatoes.
Oh my God.
They are such a terrible
I like
food.
other variations, but
I've got a rant because Vardy's just made a comment. Illuminate was an 8 out of 10. How good was the DJ?
6 out of 10.
The DJ is actually one of my best friends. And I'm going to put this out there. So the Adelaide Oval event, they advertised a pre-show.
Yeah, I saw this,
And the
yeah.
pre-show was my friend DJing.
Yeah.
Now
She copped a lot of hate.
She copped so much flack, and
yeah.
I am devastated for it, honestly, because I just want to let you guys know, and I hope people are hearing this, but she has been DJing for 15 plus years. She was a resident DJ at Supermall, the Cranker. She's a amazing wedding DJ. She is so knowledgeable, so passionate, so good at what she does. Her being the pre-show event was not her fault. She was given a brief of being a family-friendly DJ. It is not on her that was the pre-show event. She didn't know that.
Yeah.
It is the organisers. What? Don't bag my girl.
Wait, so what went wrong? She didn't.
Nothing went wrong. She just did a job that she was paid to do.
But like, did she play obscure stuff or something?
No, she played popular songs
What's
because
the
it was
issue?
at Adelaide
Well,
Oval.
people just thought it was boring because it said
They
pre-show,
paid-
so it was a thing.
It's because they paid
okay.
30
So
something.
it wasn't about what she did. It was just
No, it
They were
was just-
expecting more.
They were expecting more, but the fact is that's on the organisers, and
Yeah.
also apparently the drone show was pretty shit. Again, not on her. So please stop publicly giving her shit on the internet because I'm coming for you. All right?
Marty said she
Yeah.
just tuned into Mix 102.3.
Yeah, that's really rude. Not copying that. Sorry.
Yeah.
What do you expect her to do at an event like that? Honestly, like, come on.
Yeah, well, it was poor by the organisers to, for an event like that. If I rocked up and saw it and it was just a DJ as the pre-show, like I would be.
Yeah,
what
I
the
can
hell is
understand
this?
that. You can be annoyed by that,
Yeah.
but
Have
you
you
don't
got-
need to be giving her shit
Nah,
because
it's-
I know, and many of my nights of my life have been soundtracked by her, and they've been some of the greatest nights of my life. And she actually taught me how to DJ. So maybe I could have done it.
But yeah. People need to leave the personal shit behind.
Anyway.
Do you have any more bads, Sam? Because I've got two.
Well, you got two. The only other one I had was just the general Thursday, Friday night fixtures.
Oh,
was that what you were
yes.
going to do? Oh,
No, it wasn't, but they're garbage.
So we've got Carlton and Essendon again on Thursday and Friday night this week.
That
What a
is-
joke.
Both of those teams can get in the bin.
These two, these rounds were all done mid-season or at least partway into the season. So why are we copying this?
Yeah.
Just crazy. Anyway,
It's like, and we were saying before off air, imagine back in the day, you used to look forward to the Friday night blockbuster game, and they'd get it right most of the time. Now it's just garbage. I don't, want to, and they've got Thursday night, which they've got as an extra marquee game each week. For what reason?
Yeah.
To have 20,000 at the MCG.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
gross.
Very boring.
My other bads is one. Hugh McCluggage played his 200th game on the weekend, and I had him down for one goal in my multi, given that it was his milestone game. I'm like, surely he can kick one goal.
Here for the game, Dan.
Yeah, I'm going to do that at the end. But do you think out of all the legs I had, McCluggage kicking one goal was the only one I missed? Because they couldn't give him one in his milestone game, even though he'd kicked one every week for the 5 weeks prior. So, dog act. Here for the game. Hashtag here for the game. We won't be talking about multis again. No. And secondly, since when did Adelaide Metro do an express train after the game from the city to Woodville? Because me and a number of other Crows fans happened to get on this train and end up in Woodville last night on the way back. And
That's so dumb.
I don't recall them saying anything about it, but luckily one of the guys, and a parent from my kid's school who lives on my street, was also dumb enough to do it. So we got an Uber together back home. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
Shocking.
Yeah, bad.
Is that it?
That's all.
All right, let's move on. Oh, we're going to pose a Crows question.
Oh.
You got the ask question?
Yeah.
Ask
I do
you.
not know what colour this button is.
Brown.
Oh, yes, there it is.
Excuse me.
Should be.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
I'm
Now-
here a week.
This week's Pose a Crows question is actually from the man himself, the Boz man, straight from the sauna. All right. Well, it's not really a question. It's more like, well, kind of. He said, Murray, providing the help Nixie has always needed. Discuss.
Sorry, say that again.
Murray Davis,
Oh.
providing the help Nixie
Nick
has
Murray.
always needed.
Yeah.
Discuss.
Nick
Well-
Murray Davis.
That's well, as we've joked about in our group chat quite often, about the people who have given our success all to Murray Davis.
Yep.
Look, I think it's great. He's obviously come from a successful team. My thoughts on Scott Burns and his ability to get us firing on all cylinders. So I think it can only be a good thing.
Could the same argument, honestly, be made for where he came from and the team that he, every team is built up of a bunch of good coaches, right? And they're not just one guy.
No.
So I don't have a problem with it.
Look, I think Nixie obviously has a lot of respect for Murray, and I think he's really happy that he's there. I think he likes having that sounding board to bounce those ideas off, and knowing that Murray Davis has that experience to and he can kind of confirm or suggest other things. So I think that obviously that's really helpful for Matthew Nicks, and I know Crowcasts have put out there, try to start speculation that Nixie is off it and actually doesn't like having Davis in the box. I've heard that on Crowcast. They're trying to start some shit, totally fabricated. But I think it is actually the complete opposite. I think it probably gives Matthew Nicks a lot more confidence when he's, saying what do you think of this? And Murray Davis is maybe saying, yeah, I think that's a good idea, or how about we do it this way or this. Yeah. I think that's only good for Nixie, or Daddy, as we like to call him. And I have had a few daddy dreams lately, I will say. My dreams have come back in full force and I've been catching up. But yeah, I think it's great, and I think it just helps. Obviously he's kind of making that communication clearer from the box. Yeah. So it's not up to Matthew Nicks to be on the phone, and he can kind of concentrate on what is actually happening on the ground. Yeah. Murray Davis is the one sending out the messages. So it's working. It's clearly working.
You know what my answer to this question is? Whatever wins us a premiership.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Don't give a fuck.
Does it really matter if he's become the, whether it's, it's something I've always thought. Damien Hardwick's not a very good tactical coach, but he's an excellent head coach. Richmond were a basket case until they made some drastic changes behind the scenes and got him the support that he needed. Even up when we're talking suit level as well. So I don't think it matters really whether Nicks is the tactical genius that's going to win us the premiership. I couldn't give a shit.
I feel like Nixie's the hype guy. He's the guy that gets the guys feeling nice.
And he's kind
good.
of done that, hasn't he? And we've seen that he's obviously brought people together and he's brought the team together. If that's what his role is, just bring it on. Couldn't care any less. We're never probably going to really know, but it's I think my answer to that is I
think it's clear that our game style is working. It's obviously working. We're the top fucking 3 of all the fucking stat things and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think when he came to the Crows, he didn't have the list to achieve what he wanted to achieve, and he also knew it was going to take a long time to get there.
Yep.
Over time, he's managed to get the list that he wants. He get the experience. He's built all those players now, like Nuz said in his last podcast, they're all coming up to that 50-game kind of spot. The timing's perfect. It's actually, like Hendo's just said, bringing in Davis, Burgess and Balm has made a big difference. How good has that timing been? It's just all come at the right time, and that's why we're third on the ladder right now.
While we're talking about coaches, can we give Homsch some love too? So we've we've given him a bit of grief, when he was appointed, saying that it was a bit of a stopgap measure. Why we're trying to contend here. Why are we getting some unproven guy in? What he's done with if he's responsible for what our defensive line has become and the way we set up and how we've looked this year, then he's done an amazing job.
Yeah.
So, I think, he needs an absolutely get a
Well, our defence is arguably our best line.
Yeah, that's right.
We've got a blue bagger in the chat.
What?
A crow is a very intelligent bird.
Oh.
Put that up on the screen.
Blue bagger.
Look out.
Yeah, right.
Is that,
how are you feeling? Are you okay?
Is that Gibbsy?
Oh yeah, baggers.
Maybe. Yeah.
But to answer your question, to discuss your question, Bozza, I think maybe he is the help that Nixie's always needed, and it's definitely paying off dividends right now. We should be very grateful.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Nixie is too. I think he has great respect for Murray, and the players also seem to have great respect for him, and that's all you want. You just want players that are playing for their coaches.
Yeah.
Going well so far.
Yeah, it is. Lizzie
All
just
right.
asked if Blue Bagger is, what did you say? Oh, Marcus, maybe. Don't know. Let us know, Blue Bagger. Marcus was our Blues enough at one stage.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, used to work at the TA.
Oh.
But I don't know how he would have stumbled in here.
All right.
What's next?
Should we preview the Showdown?
We should.
Let's do it. Do we have a button for that?
Oh, Adelaide's rocking.
We do have some. Oh, no. I was just going to say we
Farts.
we do have some special words from our usual Nuffy Roman, who is at the Sanfl W Best and Fairest tonight. So he's too important to be here. We also did try to get another Nuffy, which we'll hold off for next year, I think. Been in dialogue with that person, which I won't mention until we have them on. But someone, semi-exciting.
Hugh Jackman it is.
Is that for next week?
No, for next Showdown.
Oh,
Yeah.
next
It's
Showdown.
Hugh Jackman.
Next year.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Is he a Port fan?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
It's not Hugh Jackman.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He is, though. Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't you hear that interview with Choco? I don't know who was interviewing him. It was like some whack podcast, but Choco said that he got Hugh Jackman to fire out the boys because he was at a showdown or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Disappointing. I would have thought he'd be a Crows fan. All right. We playing Roman?
We'll play Roman, yeah.
Hey, here we grow listeners. It's the Port Nuffy Roman with a prediction about the Showdown. I'm off to the Sanfl Women's Best and Fairest dinner tonight, so I can't be there. Kenny's last Showdown. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's finally happening. Yeah, look, I don't think it's going to go very well for us down at Port Adelaide. Crows looked irresistible on the weekend again. Looking the real deal, unfortunately. I hate saying it. I think the only leveller could be the weather. If the weather is good like it was on the weekend, I think it could get really, really messy, like record-breaking messy. But if the weather is potentially as bad as they say it is, I think that might level it in a little bit. But we've just got too many outs. We're just not good enough. Farewell to Kenny, and wish him all the best. And we'll start the car now and get on with what happens next in Showdowns from 2026. But yeah, I think it's definitely the Crows to lose, and I think the Crows are probably the real deal now, and they're going to go pretty close and go a fair way in September, I reckon.
Whoa.
Thanks again, guys. See you all next year.
Oh, it's no
Thanks,
fun when
Roman.
he's backing us in.
I know. What are you
Is he
just
trying to put the
jinxed
mods?
us?
Yeah, he's trying to put the mods.
You heard
on.
it. He always does that. You heard it here first, though. Crows by 120 this week.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon we pour one out for Kenny on the weekend.
Yeah, as if he means that too. Good luck with everything, whatever he said.
Yeah. It was all a bit in jest, I
It
think.
was.
He probably likes him now.
Yeah, maybe.
like we do.
He likes
because he's
the
leaving.
the teeth thing.
Yeah, you got to love that.
Yeah.
It's all
If
fun.
Nixie did that, I'd be like, Nixie's lost it, but that's hilarious.
Yeah. It is going to be wet too, isn't it? Quite wet.
The
from, what I saw.
weather report does say it's going to be wet.
Great.
What happened in the last showdown? What round was that?
Do we want to know? Should we check out who's playing?
With Bozza.
Oh, yes,
why
please.
not?
Evening, guys. Welcome back. Round 20 from the sauna. Pretend Magpies on Saturday night. 50k plus there in the house. I want to make this really ugly. Like, huge. 10 plus. Minimum. I've got 3 changes out. Taylor, I think he needs a full game in the SNFL now. If injured, obviously. Looked a bit rough. And Jones in, Cook, Billy Dowling, and either Edwards or Ryan to debut. I think it's about time they get a crack. And if Hinge is out, perfect time for them to slot in there against the filth. Both had 21 touches on the weekend, and they're doing it constantly every week, so deserve a crack. And I think Billy D definitely deserves a crack at this midfield again with his numbers. Last point, I'm just thinking 5 more games left, 5 for the King. Tex to get to 300. What do you reckon we do there? Discuss. Travel to Perth, hold one back, 300th in a final. Can't think of a better motivation than that for our first final in 7 or 8 years. So anyway, guys, thanks for that.
That is very interesting.
Thanks, Bozza. I'm not sure. Well, Ryan, I think, is on the hammy, so not going to see him. No. I don't mind the Edwards call for a showdown debut. We've done it before, but
Do you know what? I would every other week. I'm like, yeah, debut. Let's get someone new in. Let's get someone new in. This game, I'm just like, nah. Let's just put Smith in. Let's just.
I mean, it's the likely scenario. We're not. I think it's at this point of the year, and I think Crowcast said this last week, like we're just not going to be debuting players.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we've only had one debutant this year, which is Draper.
Yeah.
So I think, I think it'll be Smith for Hinge if, and I didn't think of that earlier when I said Nankervis or Hugh Bond. I think it'll be Smith for Hinge, and then I think it'd be great to see what's his name? Egg Guy. I just lost his name. The egg on his eye.
Braden Cook.
Oh, Egg Guy.
Egg Eye. From now on, he is Egg Eye.
Egg Guy.
Egg Eye Cherry. No, he deserves another game. He played really well before he got concussed. So if he comes in, I wouldn't be mad. But I think that'd be the only changes we'll make.
Yeah, unless there's anything more forced. Darcy Fogarty will be an interesting one. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, right. Well, the talk of Tex playing his 300th, maybe in a potentially home qualifying final, that would be absolutely huge.
Yeah, that would be massive.
Yeah, they definitely could rest him against either North or Eagles, depending on where we're at.
I can't see him playing every game for the rest of the season, but
I reckon we might actually rest a few players for the West Coast game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see why we'd want to take everyone over there.
no.
Maybe Laird, maybe rest Laird, Tex.
Nah, Laird can play.
Yeah, but if Laird's not playing, that's a Charlie Edwards
Maybe.
ring in right there.
Yeah, fair.
They've almost got nothing to gain by debuting anyone now, though. I don't, they're not going to be in our best 22 for the finals. I don't know.
Yeah, but we're not
I think
thinking.
there's
We're not
stuff to
really
gain.
considering that. We're considering the playing finals, that managing players to play for the
Yeah, I
finals, you know?
guess it's just like why now, not earlier. I don't know.
Well, because we were trying to get in the finals. Now we're a lock.
Yeah, I suppose.
All right. Anyway, last showdown. Port actually beat us. Oh, sorry.
He
you
had
got
a
more?
question at the end. What was his question? It was about Tex. Sorry.
That's last
continue
year.
on. Yeah.
Port beat us last year in round 23, 11 goals, 14, 80, to 8 goals, 10, 58.
But we beat them this year.
But that's when Port were good and we were shit. And now the opposite is true.
Yes.
So you'd think it's going to be a much better game.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. It's just one of those games, isn't it? It's a showdown. It's going to be wet. I don't necessarily subscribe 100% to, like, I think if you like, we're a much more skillful side than Port is, so I don't think the weather's going to be a massive factor. It will obviously make the scoreline lower, so it will keep them in the game for longer probably. But I don't know. I just can't go into a showdown feeling confident.
Yeah,
I don't think we ever have.
I do agree. The only thing that's different for me this time is when we played them last time, earlier this year, they had that. I'm pretty sure they had Butters, Rosie, and Horn Francis all playing, and they dominated us in the mids. This time they won't have Horn Francis. I assume Rosie will come back.
Yeah, they said he will.
Yeah, they reckon he will.
But I just don't.
He played sore in the last game, didn't he? I reckon.
Yeah, I just don't know that they have. They're probably one midfielder short of being able to dominate us in the mid this time. But they found a
got
way.
Butters and Bergman, so that's basically it.
They've got nothing to play for except for annoying us, which I'm assuming they would
That's
very
when they
much
play their
enjoy.
best.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to feel, positive going in. It's just I don't know. I never feel nice playing.
Yeah, they're not nice games.
No. No. We're a much better side and we should win.
I'll be pretty annoyed if we don't completely smash them.
Yeah.
But I'd also it's a showdown. You want a close one. Otherwise, it's a bit boring.
Yeah.
Nah.
Actually, no. I would take the game on the weekend was boring because it was one-sided. I think this game would be funny.
What about 3 goals clear the whole way through? Would that be okay?
I just want to not feel anxious for the whole game.
Yeah. And 3 goals is not enough because we've shown that we can get a bit antsy in the last quarter.
The other player we've got that's not going to be playing is Sanfl Pepper, who honestly he just carries that team honestly. And the other one that Drawsom's brought up was Alir. He had some sort of hamstring thing or something going on last week, didn't he?
He played.
Or
He
this
played
week?
against the Hawks though.
Oh, he did play.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was getting worked on in that game though. So
But their backline's very thin, so we should dominate. Like Hawthorn doesn't have the same forward line as we have, and they were still able to, belt them in the end. So
yeah. Sam's out of here.
We definitely should. Yes.
Oh, the camera's not on. Well, yeah, I don't know. What's your predictions? What do you tip?
Look, I'm just going to put my neck out and say Crows by 120.
Not 119, 120.
No, we're going to beat the record.
You reckon?
No. I'd take a 10-goal win. I would take any win, but I think we should be able to beat them by 10 goals this time. Yeah. And I will be actually tipping it.
I'm wondering, Blue Bag is saying how good the podcast is. This is a great podcast. It's fascinating listening to a side who's doing good. I wonder if it was Dan Gorringe on the burner. We really like Dan Does Footy, Dan. So
Dan Does Footy is the only podcast I listen to outside of our podcast, which I sometimes listen to. But no, Dan Does Footy. That's so fun.
I do like Dan Does Footy. It's pretty fun.
I like Dan. Dan Gorringe is one of those guys where people will be like, he's great.
I reckon we'll be able to get him on next time we play.
I don't know. He never responds to DMs.
No, I'll sort it out.
But I do. I'm a fan of Dan Gorringe, and I think I like what he does. He's a funny guy. Yeah, and I always listen. Sorry, I was just going to say.
Showdown.
I was just going to say. I always listen when I listen to his pod. I'm amazed at all the little things that he picks up in the game that are worth talking about. Yeah. Like just funny shit.
It's definitely a researcher. Anyway, you're welcome. I got you onto the Dan Does Footy podcast. What's your tip for the Showdown?
We'll win by 55.
Okay.
All right, I said 10 goals. That's clear.
I reckon we'll definitely win, and yeah, I'm hoping it'll be like a 50, 60-point win.
Oh, look.
We all just said the same thing.
Yeah.
And Ben has a soft spot for Port, so he just wants a mild sort of 12-point win.
A mild 12-point win.
Mild.
My heart can't take that.
No more heart attacks.
If we lost the Showdown, let's say, not happening, does that really affect our chances of anything?
If we lose?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it affects the trust we have in our team.
Yeah, massively.
Yes, all right. I didn't think about that. I meant more that ladder position.
Yeah.
Well, the top, it's so even. That's the problem. I think we just can't afford to drop games that we should be winning from here.
We've got to keep winning, just keep winning. I think the only games I can, from a logistical sort of like what would normally happen in Crows seasons that I can deal with losing is Hawthorn and Collingwood.
Yeah.
Because we do lose against those teams regularly.
Yeah.
But we should be able to beat both of them at home. So, but we shouldn't lose to Port. We shouldn't lose to North. We shouldn't lose to West Coast. They should all be hands down wins. So,
Showdown medal, Joshy asked.
Curtin.
Oh, that would be so good.
I like it.
Yeah.
Could Neil back it up with another big game?
Nah, Neil's shown that he's good for 1 in 3 absolute blockbusters.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm going
this week.
Curtin, Worrell,
Rob,
or I mean,
Sweet played really well last week, so that won't be super.
Rob
easy.
plays better against the gun ruckman. He doesn't play as well against the crap ones.
Who's a smoky? Do you reckon?
Robbie Gray, Marty said.
Mark Keane.
Mark Keane, yeah.
That would be pretty brilliant.
Yeah, that would
It would be good if Isaac got it.
Yeah, that would be great.
After getting knocked out.
Yeah,
Coming, you mean?
No. All right, we done?
Yeah, I reckon.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, we've got some social media.
Oh yeah, we do.
We didn't have that much. We haven't had that much in the last little while, but I do have some.
Out of bounds on the floor.
Ben wasn't here to remind us about the Armfield. Hendo's nominated Lukosius. Is he too good? Well, I think he's proven that he's shown that he isn't.
I reckon
he
he
hasn't
is.
been playing, so how do we even know?
I feel like
that's
he's
right.
very Armfield because he hasn't really played well for Port. So
Yeah.
if he was to tear us apart, that'd be very Armfield.
Yeah, sorry, Vardy. Ben will be very upset that I didn't play the Armfield stinger.
Also, Armfield would be like a Darcy Burn-Jones who seems to pop up against us.
Oh, he could just perennially be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perm.
God,
The perm.
he's annoying, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's the perm.
The perm. Yeah, they're probably my candidates.
But I reckon Lockie Jones.
Oh,
Yeah. Is he playing? I thought he was.
yeah.
I don't know.
No, he is, I reckon.
I don't know anything
Pretty
about
sure.
Port. I don't care. Are we done there? Yep.
Yeah, that'll
Got
be.
no suggestions in the chat? No.
Uh,
Ollie Lord
No.
hasn't touched the ball all year too.
Oh, yeah,
True.
maybe. Yeah.
What about Josh Sin? Is he still a player?
Yes.
Yes, barely. He's in my fantasy
He was a
team.
high draft pick too, that guy.
Yeah.
He's really not doing good for me in my fantasy team. All right. I did ask the question on Twitter, what is this feeling? Because we haven't felt this way for some time. So here's some responses to that. Adam Ormsby, who had some kind words to say about the pod this week. Thank you, Adam. He said, it's a mixture of hope and disbelief. We're in this up to our friggin' eyeballs and we're only getting better. So true. And PJ says this feeling is cautious optimism. And yeah, I think that's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Cautious optimism.
I like that.
What else have we got? Josh Leather says massive 5 weeks ahead, win out, and we have top 2. And did I mention before that if we beat Collingwood and the Hawks, we're going to be the Martin Premiers, and we're also currently favourites to win the flag. What the fuck?
I just checked that on Sportsbet just before, and it still had Collingwood, but
Oh, really? Well, it must have changed.
we were second. But still, take that.
And the Camel says, I like this one. This is the last one. It's the absence of the feeling of impending doom. It's confusion. It's unfamiliar joy. It's the strange feeling of tipping your side to win with confidence. Not
That is
tipping the
strange.
oppo so that you're happy either way. And we should have 5 more years of it.
That's me in a nutshell. Whoever said that one.
Yeah, that was good.
I think
I've
we've got-
actually tipped us recently, and it's
Oh,
weird.
Good on you, Dan. Yeah, look, I think no matter what happens from here, and I think things will be pretty positive, but no matter what happens from here, I think we can be confident that we're going to be pretty much in the window or around it for the next little bit, and that's very pleasing.
Exciting times.
Very good. We started this podcast where we were shit.
We were
and
terrible.
We've gotten through it.
It's finally
and now
paying
we're
dividends.
It's finally paying off.
Did we start 21
Yeah.
or 22?
22.
22, yeah.
No, is it four? Is that 4th year?
Yeah, this is our
Fourth
fourth year.
year. So
What's 21?
No, 22,
be-
23, 24, 25.
Oh, sorry, I
Yeah.
can't count.
yes,
Well-
the depths of being a Crows fan was
Yes.
when we
Yeah.
started this, and now we've got something to smile about.
I know. It's
Cautious
weird, isn't it?
optimism, though.
Cautious
I
optimism.
mean, the depths would have been starting it when the camp was happening, but we didn't.
Well, yeah, soon after.
Imagine that. That would have been great pod.
And yeah, Curtin is currently the favourite for the Rising Star too, which
Yeah,
is,
he is.
you know, I think he's definitely in the top 3. There's a couple of players that have had a pretty good run the whole way through, but he's just having a really good patch at the moment, and
At the right time.
And he's at the right time. And as Nixie said, they are looking for him to be making those big moments. And for such a young kid, how amazing is that?
I think the way that that gets voted on, having a nice run towards the end is quite beneficial.
Absolutely.
Because it's not a Brownlow style per round thing, is it? It's just a.
It goes.
end of the
It'd have
year.
to go a bit on what they see as potential, like what their ceiling might be as well.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of that. Yeah,
He's definitely got a higher ceiling than a couple of those other guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right. And Kate's just said she's become a co-host at the right time. yes,
Yeah,
you
that's
have,
true.
Kate.
Well done, Kate.
Yeah.
And
Perfect
Nuz.
timing. All righty, guys. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. Lovely to see you all in the chat. We'll be back next week with our Showdown review
Yes.
and our preview against West Coast.
Is it?
No, Hawthorn.
No, Hawthorn. Oh,
Hawks
shit.
at home.
Sorry.
Hawthorn, yeah.
No, it's the actual big one. Thanks very much again for joining us. See you next week.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.